welcome back to the SF Comic Book Company. Welcome to the end of the world. So today we're doing a top 10 post-apocalyptic end of the world movies. It's appropriate for this amount of time. My name is Ray Doomzilla. Next to me, wait, hold on. A little bit more. 6 feet, Rick. 6 feet. Don't try to sneeze on me, please.
I know. I'll cover up. I will. Other people won't.
Rick.
Hondo.
Rick, did you ever settle on a stage name? Is it still going Rick?
I'm going Rick Grayson.
Rick.
Rick Grayson.
We gave up on Rick Diesel since
yeah,
last
Rick
time.
Diesel. Yeah, that's not Ricky D's. Not gonna happen. Rick Grayson. I've always been Rick Grayson, so stick with Rick Grayson. Why fight it?
Don't fight it anymore.
Robin. It works.
Robin. So welcome back. We're doing another top 10. It's kind of appropriate. This list. So everybody's stuck at home. So hey, this is our list of our personal favorite post-apocalyptic end of the world. So Rick, what's our criteria for this list?
So I wanted to try to stay away from like alien invasions and shit like that. It's just too easy. Anytime like an alien invasion happens. Independence Day, you can say that's what a brink of the end of the world, but I mean Battle for LA, just so many things, especially when it comes to sci-fi or aliens invading in sci-fi. But viral is cool, horror is cool, even some fantasy is cool, but just stay away from the whole alien kind of deal.
It was aliens the whole time, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
they live. We sleep.
Yeah, you can make a whole list of just alien invasion movies. So yeah, we just try to make the list a little harder on ourselves. So to make it a little more difficult. So yeah, just end of the world, post-apocalyptic movies. Just our personal favorites. These are not the best, whatever. This is our list, our dork list. So all right, so we're gonna do some honorable mentions first. But first, let's see who's gonna go first.
Coin toss.
I flipped last time. You flipped this time, Rick. Heads.
Heads it is. All right. So you get to go.
I'm
first.
a winner. Ha ha ha. I'm a winner. Ha ha ha. All right. So I'm just going to quickly go through my 3 honorable mentions. Let's see. First one I'm going to honorably mention is Terminator 2: Judgment Day. This kind of doesn't the first part takes place in the post-apocalyptic past, but future. But it does have to do with the end of the world, Judgment Day. So great flick. James Cameron. It was 1991, 92. 91. Yeah, 91. Great classic. Judgment Day. Judgment Day's in the title, so that tells you what you need to know about that. Let's see. I did this wrong last time. Okay. Next, you can make a whole. I try to avoid putting too many zombie flicks on here. So
zombies could be top to bottom all day long.
Zombies all day, but I do have a couple zombie flicks. One of my favorites. Some people haven't seen this yet. I think it's on Netflix right now. But Train to Busan, great zombie flick. It's they're on a train and the zombie apocalypse happens. It's very heartbreaking. Like characters you care about get brutally killed. Spoiler alert. It's a great zombie flick. Underrated if you haven't seen it. Yeah, check this out. I think it's Netflix.
It's on Netflix right now, but it doesn't have English dub. It only has subtitles.
Yeah. Which
I think is a better viewing experience anyway for me.
Anytime you can watch a movie with the actual language that it was intended for, I would encourage that. It's a Korean flick. Very cool movie. Very good zombie flick. Also, I kind of wanted to put this on my top 10, but this is kind of dealing with the end of the world too. This is on my horror list too. Cabin in the Woods. Spoiler alert: the world ends at the end. The world ends.
It actually ends.
It actually ends. So it's another great flick. If you're stuck at home, you haven't seen it. This is one of my recommendations for sure. So check that out when you get a chance. Cabin in the Woods. That's my 3 honorable mentions. Rick, what do you got?
So I wish I had my cases still. I took everything out of cases and started putting them in.
That's when you caught it.
In media. Well, yeah, dude. It was just too much. I was catching a case of having too many goddamn Blu-rays and DVDs everywhere. So I had to put them in like media booklets. So I don't have the books. Yeah. All right. So let me start with my 3. So first one's Daybreak. It's a movie from 1993. It was an HBO film. It's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it. Who else? Omar Epps. the chick from Moira Kelly from The Cutting Edge. She's in it, and it has to deal with like a disease that's wiping out humanity. But you get it, it's a sexually transmitted disease. So it makes you sterile, from what I remember, and they're trying to even quarantine all the people that have it. It's about just trying to be free and fucking finishing off the world. Another one is This Is the End. So yeah, I mean, I like it. End of the world movies don't have to be fucking just scary and shit.
Yeah, I have a couple comedies on
yeah.
mine. Yeah,
This is the end. It's just one of those things. It's just, you know what? Spark up a fucking joint, throw this on, even pop some shrooms and just get ripped and watch This Is the End. It's Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, Craig Robinson, Baruchel. Yeah. Oh, I like Baruchel, Michael Cera, Emma Watson. Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's awesome in that shit.
Greg Robinson's hilarious. Danny McBride is probably the
Danny McBride, and even so with who do you make come out? Channing Tatum. that was pretty good. Gimp. So another one for me. I know people are gonna probably hate, but I fucking love it just because it's different. Reign of Fire. It's just they fucked up the good premise for the movie. Good premise. But you didn't give me too many. You didn't give me enough dragons.
I wanted to love this. I was so juiced about this movie.
They didn't give us enough dragons.
Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, right? Or
no, Matthew McConaughey and fucking Gerard Butler.
They lied to us in this fucking trailer. I was promised dragons. There was dragons for like 2 minutes in this fucking movie. I fucking can't stand that.
Yeah, I like it just for the basis of that we fucked up and
I like my dragon. I like my dragon movies with dragons. Okay, there's no.
Well, I like a lot of movies. Well, I like my fucking The Last Jedi movie with Jedis. I didn't get that shit. So I mean, we could cry. But Reign of Fire, it's that's why it's an honorable mention. It's not in my top 10. Good story, just it needed more dragons. Fucking Matthew McConaughey's pretty dope in it as I forgot this character's name.
Actor in shitty movie.
Yeah. Oh, Van Zandt. Yeah, Van Zandt was good. So, so that's my.
That's the honorables.
That's my 3. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna go to our top 10 favorite post-apocalyptic end of the world movies. This one is super cheesy. It's one of those that it's so bad it's good. Waterworld.
Yeah,
Waterworld. It's a great.
I wanted to put that on my list too.
It's a great. I don't own it for some reason, but I think there's a director's cut out there. I kind of want to watch. It famously lost so much money. It bombed pretty bad at the box office, but it's a great end of the world. The polar ice caps melt, and the whole world is flooded. And so there's little pockets of society that are on little islands and ships and stuff, and there's mutants formed out of this, and Kevin Costner is one of those. You kind of think of this as a post-apocalyptic Aquaman movie, and it kind of works. Dennis Hopper's the villain in it, and
he's over the top.
He's super over the top, chewing all the scenery. It's such a bad movie, but it's good. It's a fun watch. It's a good end of the world. Polar ice caps have melted.
Super cheese, but it's good.
It's super cheese. It's really good. It's good end of the world stuff right there. So I'm gonna have to eventually pick that up at some point. But that's my number 10 for end of the world post-apocalyptic. Rick, what's your number 10?
Number 10 is probably a little known Canadian horror movie called Pontypool. So yeah, it takes place.
Sounds dirty.
Yeah, well, it kind of is. It takes place in the little town of Pontypool. So there's a radio announcer out there. He's kind of like a Howard Stern, Mancow Muller kind of shock jock. And
I forgot about Mancow. Huh?
Yes, everybody forgets about Mancow. It's fucking all about Stern, man.
Remember he stopped the
Bay Bridge.
Yeah, to get a haircut on the Bay Bridge.
Gave Chewy Gomez a haircut. That shit was sick. But he's like the last person who's still broadcasting out there. There's a zombie. Well, there's an infection kind of going around on the outside that's has this giant horde just going around, and they finally make their way to the radio station where he's at, and he's broadcasting from there, and still the whole time he's throwing shock jock he's still like a shock jock the whole time until finally all the shit just hits the fan and comes into pretty much the floor he's on. And I'm not gonna throw too much more out there, but It's a pretty good fucking flick. It's not too many people know about Pontypool, but Pontypool, yeah.
Anybody we know in it?
So Stephen McHattie.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, people kind of. He kind of looks like he's your poor man Lance Henriksen. I hate saying that to people, but he really is. Other than him,
have you ever met anybody named Lance in your life?
Lance?
Yeah, I've never met a Lance in real life.
Lance.
I think I would punch him if I met a Lance.
I think I would too. Fucking, he was my least favorite of all the fucking Voltron fucking fighters. So fuck Lance. No. Yeah.
The hate runs deep. Yeah. All right. Cool.
So,
what was it called again?
Pontypool.
Pontypool. All right. Cool. So my number 9, the third part in the Cornetto trilogy, directed by the great Edgar Wright, starring Simon Pegg and the great Nick Frost, appropriately titled "The World's End." So this is a flick about friends getting together, kind of like doing a pub crawl that they didn't complete when they were younger. And while this is going on, the end of the world kind of starts happening. It's a very fun, emotional kind of flick. Their first 2 flicks, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, were great. And this was this is kind of underrated. Not too many people talk about this flick. I just rewatched it recently. It's really good. It's really Simon Pegg is so good in it. Nick Frost is excellent. They're great in everything together. They're like the modern day Abbott and Costello. Like
they are.
And Hardy. They're just a great duo. It's a great end of the world flick. It's great, like kind of getting your shit together in the end of the world. It's like is this Aliens?
It's Aliens.
Oh damn! I fucked up my list already. Yeah. I said no Aliens.
It's Aliens.
There's aliens in it. Sorry,
There's aliens.
I fucked up my list already. So. All right, this is kind of what we do here. All right, so I'm gonna put all the aliens back on. All right, we'll replace it with Logan then. How about that?
That's a good one.
I'm gonna replace it with Logan. Logan's my number 9.
Go bring Logan out. Yeah.
There you go. Logan's my number 9. Sorry. Logan. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. It's kind of like the old kind of western and stuff. So I guess this kind of counts as post-apocalyptic. So Logan's my number 9. I made a double switch right there.
Yeah. He tagged out.
I tagged out.
Nice. All right. My number
was fucking aliens. God damn it.
Yeah. It's at the end. It's like kind of like robotic aliens, but aliens.
Yeah.
So number 9. This one dedicated to Hondo, fucking Outbreak Monkey. Yeah. So it's Outbreak.
Outbreak in the coin.
Yeah. That fucking. Yeah.
So what did Alex do to you?
Well, this guy. Hondalorian. Everybody thinks, oh, he's such a sweet guy. He's so nice. Forgot to cover up when he sneezed. Through the goddamn pandemic. Any other time, I would have let it slide. Any other time. Possibly, like, dude, come on, really? But it's just, he even gets I get in the car, he's like, oh, man, I'm not feeling so good. This is prior to the fucking taping of that last week's show. So, if people are paying attention, he's trying to keep it together. He's talking very nasally. So you can just imagine my horror when he just sneezes full on blast out, and yeah, he's the Outbreak Monkey. It's like.
So this directed by.
I lost track of it.
Flashbacks to.
Wolfgang Peterson.
Yeah, that's right. Great.
Wolfgang Peterson.
He's going to direct Batman versus Superman. Now.
That would have been dope, man. Yeah. He's a good director. I liked what was it? The Perfect Storm. And I'm pretty sure he did Master and Commander, which I fucking love. Yeah. It's a very, very underrated flick, Master and Commander. Yeah. But yeah, Outbreak, Dustin Hoffman, Rene Russo, Donald Sutherland, Morgan Freeman, again, Cuba Gooding Jr. He made the list twice.
He's all on your list.
Yeah,
fucking the Cuba list.
Kevin Spacey. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen Outbreak, especially for California, it's how a pandemic kind of just like can spread from people to people, a virus, and it's just sick how it gets from one area of the globe to California, and it just really starts spreading out. It's a California movie, a few shots in San Francisco, which is pretty nice.
That scene in the movie theater when you see the germ kind of spreads, you see how quickly it just kind of goes.
How it can infect everybody.
Yeah, it's not relevant right now. Huh?
It's a very that scene in itself is actually kind of scary when you think about how many times you've been in a movie theater and just hear a random person just sneeze or cough. You go back to that, and then you reflect on this, what's going on, you'll be like, God damn, dude, cover up, Alex.
That's the funniest shit ever.
Fuck that guy, man.
So Outbreak.
He's so nice.
He's so nice. That's number 9, right?
That's my number 9.
All right, number 8 for me. One of the greatest animes of all time.
I should have had that on my list, man.
Yeah, great.
Fuck!
Great flick.
That should have been on Akira.
Katsuo! Yeah, this happens in Neo Tokyo. It's a great anime if you haven't seen it. I kind of like the English dub because that's what I remember watching as a kid, and it's pretty good. But the subtitle one is good too. This is a great flick, great kind of like
pretty much like launched. At least in the States, I think this is the movie that kind of launched anime.
Yeah, this is
it really took off after Akira. Akira.
Stop being fucking accurate.
Come on, man.
It's great end of the world flick. It's kind of it's great animation. It's takes place in the future, Neo Tokyo. There's been like a a nuclear holocaust at some point.
Yeah,
they've rebuilt it, and kind of this kid inherits some powers from this thing called Akira. It's a fucking amazing animation, great flick, good future end of the world kind of stuff. If you don't like anime, watch this one. You might change your tune.
Please watch this before they even, if a live action ever gets up to the fucking to the movie theater, because I don't want people thinking that the live action is the actual real thing. This is an amazing flick. This is like this is a work of art. That really is a great movie.
Yeah. Tetsuo Kaneda! So good. I love this fucking movie. All right, Akira.
Yeah,
right.
Akira's fucking awesome.
Akira. All right, Rick, what's your number 8?
Number 8 is the John Carpenter classic, Escape from New York. So.
Okay, hold on. So my number 7.
Oh, there we go.
Escape from New York. Yes.
Escape from New York,
yes.
Man. This movie's fucking dope.
Yes, it's a great post-apocalyptic, like a true sense of the post-apocalyptic world. Explain the plot, Rick.
So, let me see. It's the film storyline.
You've seen this movie.
I know, I haven't seen it, but I can describe LA.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Right? Okay, here we go. So, from what I remember, I haven't seen this movie in like 5 years, but I've seen the other one, Escape from LA. So I'll probably just go with the Escape from LA plot because it's exactly the fucking same movie. So what? They
gets lost in New York, which is now a prison city.
It's a maximum security prison, and all the worst of the worst are there.
It takes place in what year?
1997.
1997, yeah, which is pretty accurate at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. So the president played by the great Donald Pleasance. They get Snake Plissken, fucking baddest motherfucker on the planet, pretty much, to go in and get the president. They're gonna insert him in to go get him, and I can't remember the bad guy's name. Is it Cadillac something?
Isaac Hayes. Right?
Isaac Hayes plays the bad guy. I just can't remember.
Is it Adrian Barbeau's in it?
Yeah, Adrian Barbeau.
Babe.
Babe.
Yeah, it's a great flick, man. Great. Kurt Russell's so awesome in this. Great John Carpenter flick. It's a great end of the world apocalyptic. Ernest Borgnine's in it.
He plays the cabbie.
Yeah, Harry Dean Stanton's in it.
He is.
Great cast.
The great Lee Van Cleef. For people who know him, they might know him from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Lee Van Cleef, or what the TV show about the ninja called The Master. The Master. But Escape from
New York, man.
Escape from New York is
classic,
fucking...
great post-apocalyptic end of the world.
That was your
stuff.
7?
That was my 7, yeah. So,
right.
What's your 7, Rick?
So my 7 is Arnold Schwarzenegger, End of Days.
What, say it again?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You always say Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Weird.
I mumble Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's okay. It's Arnold. Arnold. He's the fucking choir boy compared to me.
Look at my donkey. I got donkeys and horses in my house. I'm quarantined. Look at me.
Yeah, so this End of Days is fucking dope. I remember I wanted it to be better than it could have been. It wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. It's still a good movie. Fucking great. Gabriel Byrne plays the devil. Who else is in that chick? Who's that chick?
else?
Robin Tooney, the girl from The Craft. I couldn't remember her name the other day. Rod Steiger, Kevin Pollak. Damn, Kevin Pollak's made the list twice now too. But yeah, so yeah, the Vatican, they go into a lot of theology when it comes to like heaven and hell, and he's just a regular police detective, like hunting down the devil, which I found fucking kind of cool. You know, that's I liked it. So yeah, that's my number 7. End of Days. Definitely check out End of Days. It's a fun. Directed by Peter Hyams. Peter Hyams also directed The Relic, which is a very underrated B-movie monster.
Mina Sarita?
The Relic?
Yeah.
No, that's fuck. Why can't I remember her name now? She's the beautiful Penelope Ann Miller.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, the beautiful Penelope Ann Miller. I love her.
All right, so that was your number 7, right?
Yeah.
My number 6. Rick was it was Rick's honorable mention. I just watched this the other night.
It's funny as shit, man.
It's a great end of the world movie. This is the end. Just great. Great cast. Just all those actors are great, and just how they deal with the apocalypse is hilarious. Kind of pretty much how we would fucking probably deal with the apocalypse, man. Just get all your fucking supplies together, all our drugs, and just do them all. Get fucked up.
Franco's great in that shit, dude.
Franco's great. Yeah, like I said, just everyone. Danny McBride is just fucking hilarious, man. Just going apeshit crazy. Just the shit, them just like reenacting Pineapple Express, filming on Pineapple Express 2, and just all being bored, like the first like 20 minutes of this movie when the shit all goes down, like the Michael Cera shit's fucking hilarious. Like, does this Coke smell funny to you? And he blows it in McLovin's face. It's so fucking hilarious, man. Yeah,
forgot about that.
Yeah, just to watch the Michael Cera scenes if you don't want to watch this fucking movie. It's a great flick, great end of the world flick. It's perfect, especially nowadays. It's like put this on and like laugh at the end of the world because that's all you can do at this point. But this is the end, just a great flick. It's pretty high on my list for some reason, but I just watched it recently, so it's really fresh in my head. So that's why it's that high on my list. But a great end of the world flick. This is the end. All right, Rick, number 6.
All right, number 6. Not sure if people seen this. Children of Men.
Yeah. My buddy Lauren was telling me about this one the other day. I was like, yeah, I gotta watch this. It's been on my list to watch.
Dude, it's Alfonso Cuarón. I'm not sure if this is his first flick or second.
I think it's his first
big
English. It wasn't his first English.
Oh yeah, this might have been his first English release, theatrical release. But dude, Clive Owen is fucking dope in this.
Remember when Clive Owen was supposed to be a thing?
Dude, some people just fall off, and it just fucking kills me that Hollywood kind of just has a plan for certain guys, and they get used up, and then they're like tossed aside. But that's what Hollywood does. Fuck them. So
he was great on.
He was great as Dwight in Sin City. I loved him as Dwight in Sin City.
He had an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm this season.
No shit.
Yeah, where he's one of Jeff's new clients, and it's fucking hilarious.
I gotta see that, dude. Really I fucking love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah. This season of Curb is fucking classic, dude. It's so good. Children of Men came out what year?
2003? No, 2006.
Okay, yeah, and the plot is everybody, there's no more children being made, that no one can...
Human infertility.
Yeah, and there's
So there's I think there's one lady she's pregnant, and he is trying to, pretty much, he's guarding her, the whole way, and it's, he's he's protecting the package. It's a protect the package kind of flick, but... He's fucking good, man.
I heard it's really shot well. I remember seeing the trailers for it.
Alfonso Cuarón's he's got an eye for film. Like he knows how to.
Azkaban, Gravity. Yeah, he's a great filmmaker.
Azkaban was great. Azkaban. I pronounce things funny.
Azkaban. Yeah,
Chicago. All right, that's my Children of Men.
That was your number 6, right?
Yeah, it was number 6.
So number 5 for me. I could have went. So one of our criteria for our list is one movie per franchise because you can definitely I could put a bunch of these movies on. So I debated Planet of the Apes. I picked Dawn of the Planet of the Apes because it kind of it's the most appropriate for the end of days here. So the original is my favorite. I love the original Planet of the Apes, the Charlton Heston one, but. This is a great sequel to, was it the Rise of Planet of the Apes, right?
Dawn?
No, Dawn is a sequel to Rise.
Yes.
Yes. So Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Rupert White, I think, directed this one, that one. Matt Reeves directs this one. Definitely a superior flick for sure. I think this is the best of the trilogy for sure. War was good too, but it was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it.
Like they kind of, it's war when you say war, and it was a kind of an intimate like setting for a war. But this flick is really good. It's good end of the world flick. Beautifully acted by Andy Serkis. Just a great cast, great visuals, great end of the world. I could have put any of those Planet of the Apes movies on here because they're all pretty much end of the world stuff. But great flick, great end of the world flick. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, definitely a great flick.
That's a movie that they need to create. Either include actors who do mocap as part of the best actor category, or create their own category. Because Andy Serkis in this movie is just, I mean, in the whole trilogy, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Caesar really is like you're locked into the figure that is Caesar on the screen. Yeah. The way he emotes is just so great.
Yeah, I think the Oscars should have like a stunt category. They should have an ensemble category. They should have motion capture category. They should definitely expand because there's a lot of underrated people that don't get any kind of credit. So yeah, it's a great flick. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That's number 5 for me. Rick, number 5.
Number 5 for me, appropriate. Contagion by Steven Soderbergh. This shit actually just pretty much mirrors what's going on right now.
It's a documentary at this point.
Yeah, it really is. Great cast. Marion Cotillard, Matt Damon, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm really starting to hate Matt Damon.
Lawrence Fishburne. In his old age, man. Young Matt was sick. Old Matt is kind of stupid.
Yeah, downsizing.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but go ahead.
Sanaa Lathan. It's a scary thing, especially that a lot of scenes. I believe a lot of this movie shot in San Francisco. So another San Francisco movie. They use scenes. They use locations. Golden Gate Park, and I think Civic Center are the two ones that really stick out to me. And Jude Law, he plays like a reporter. If I can't remember if it's like a photographer or reporter for like a sleazy kind of a magazine, and he's just trying to just dig up as much information as he can, but nobody wants to believe him because he's a sleaze, you know. But he's I
think I've seen it once.
It's a good fucking movie. It's
like number 1 on Netflix or some shit.
It was this because movies.
Everybody's like taking notes.
That and Outbreak are like 1 and 2 on Netflix right now and shit. Contagion's a real good, but I love the tagline above it. Nothing spreads like fear, which is very appropriate to everything that's going on here. If you guys haven't seen Contagion, definitely watch it. It's enlightening. It's enlightening to say the least. It's enlightening.
Okay, that was your number 5.
Yeah. All
right, number 4 on my list, the classic Charlton Heston movie, The Omega Man.
Almost made my list.
This was a remake. I think this is the second movie of this.
I think it's a third one.
Yeah.
I think they made an early one in like the 50s or 40s, and then this was the remake to that, but they renamed it.
And then I Am Legend was the Will Smith horrible one. So this is Charlton Heston, man, our gun-toting NRA Republican at his best.
I want him to be gun-toting in this movie.
It's great, kind of like the Last Man on Earth kind of thing. He's fighting these like weird vampire zombie things, and he's holed up in an apartment. He's got like a little fortress. It's very good. It's a very good flick. This is 69, I want to say. 71. Boris Segal. It's a great flick. It's from the early 70s. So a great end of the world, last man alive kind of thing. It's again appropriate for the times. The Omega Man. Don't watch the Will Smith one.
Do not watch the Will Smith one.
Watch this one, Omega Man. What was the first one called?
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's based on a book, I believe.
Yeah,
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
That book is I Am Legend. Yeah, so just kind of appropriate reading for right now. So, I Am Legend.
Well, I'm gonna have to bring up the Will Smith one because it's gonna tell you who else was in it. No.
Well,
there it goes. Based on, I Am Legend and the Omega Man.
Wasn't there another? This is
I
I think it's the third time that was remade, right?
Yeah, probably the first movie is a different title, possibly.
Yeah, but Omega. This is the one that counts. This is the best one. So Omega Man, number 4 on my list.
All
right, Rick. What's number 4?
Number 4. I can't believe I didn't include Akira at this point, but I mean, I really like this movie because it really is post-apocalyptic. There are no humans left. If I remember, 9. With
the animated one.
The animated one.
Okay.
Timur Bekmambetov.
Elijah Wood, right?
Bekmambetov.
Says you.
Yeah. I'm not sneezing. Elijah Wood, John C. Reilly, Jennifer Connelly, Christopher Plummer, Crispin Glover, Martin Landau. I mean, just listening to all those voices, the cast. Yeah.
Who made who's the producer?
Produced by Tim Burton.
Tim Burton, right?
Yeah, Tim Burton was in it. Directed by Shane Acker. Also written by Shane Acker. I think I'm not sure if this is the only thing he's ever done, but he's pretty. Let me see. Yeah, 9. I think 9 was the only thing too he really did. Journey 2, Total Recall, Oz the Great and Powerful. Oh, he was just a. Yeah, I don't think he directed anything else really, other than that.
Yeah, that movie didn't really hit the zeitgeist like.
No, it didn't. But it's a. I always thought it was a cool thing because he kind of stitched the punk stitches, the stitch punks. They have like actual souls, almost kind of like a Puppet Master in a way. You know, like there were people that kind of. He didn't. Isn't the way? That's the way. Or am I confusing Puppet Master?
People.
Because I just saw
Soylent Green is people.
I just saw Puppet Master the other night, so I'm not sure if I'm blurring 2 movies together.
You know what movie I was gonna put on too? The Boy and His Dog. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good, weird, fucking crazy like.
It's good, man. I mean.
Yeah, I almost put that one on, but yeah, that's Kurt Russell too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Russell just end of the world, man.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so 9. 9. All right, so my number 3. The Matrix.
Yeah? Damn.
Yeah, post-apocalypse.
Yeah, it is.
Yep,
I fucking missed that one.
Yeah, hey, Matrix. I'm surprised, Rick. I'm surprised. I'm disappointed in a lot of you today. Matrix, it deals with this end of the world, and we're all stuck in a computer system. Great visuals. When they get to the real world, you kind of see what all the shit that went down. Everybody's living underground. It feels like we're living in Matrix right now, right? We're just rebooting. But great flick, great end of the world flick. Kind of don't think of it as an end of the world flick, but it is an end of the world flick. Some great visuals, great movie, well directed, great music, just great, perfect end of the world. I wish we all were stuck in the Matrix. Way better. Ignorance is bliss.
I would have taken the what is it, the blue pill?
Yeah.
I would have taken.
Yeah, I'll take the blue pill. Yeah, no, I want to eat porridge and have my head shaved and have bolts sticking out of my head. That sounds like wrong.
Hell yeah, that's the life. That is the life. All right,
so that's my number 3. Number 3.
All right, so the top 3 for me, it's fluid. This was hard to put one over the other, but I just went at this point. I just started going by favorites. So 28 Days Later, Danny Boyle, Cillian Murphy, Brendan Gleeson. If you guys haven't watched this movie, this is exactly what I felt like just walking to work. I fucking just want to turn around and start yelling hello down Market Street. Because nothing is going on right now. Yeah, hello? Anybody out there?
Is it me you're looking for?
I'm looking for people out there. There's nobody.
People who need people.
Yeah. Christopher Eccleston is in this one, and he's a fucking creep. What I like about this, it's just with almost any zombie or outbreak kind of viral where people just lose their shit. It's the thing that's scary is the way people react to you.
Yep.
Like I'm more afraid of the other humans than of the monsters. The monsters, I can survive them.
Fuck some zombies. Well, these zombies are the fast ones. I don't like.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I don't like
No,
fast
these
zombies.
motherfuckers will keep running after you
These are the scary zombies.
I can't run no more. Ah!
George Romero zombies I can fucking deal with easily, but yeah, the fast fucking running up on you motherfucking zombies, no, I'm fucking...
Yeah, if it was like the George Romero zombies, we'd be like the fuckers in Shaun of the Dead. Just walking through and surviving everything. Yeah, but yeah, 28 Days Later, definitely got to watch that shit if you guys have not seen this.
I'm gonna replace my World's End with Shaun of the Dead, all right? Since
Yeah, that's right.
Changing my list again. That's pretty good.
What about you? No, that's horrible. You're dead.
All right, that was your number...
That was my number 3.
Okay, cool. So my number 2... again, we had to pick one from each franchise. So you could have picked pretty much any of the Mad Max movies as a great end of the world post-apocalyptic movie. I chose Mad Max Fury Road because I think probably my favorite Mad Max movie. It's just so
it's my favorite Mad Max.
It's the more I think about it, it probably is. Like it's I love the original ones too. They're great. The horrible person that Mel Gibson is. Notwithstanding, this movie is awesome. It's just fast paced. It doesn't stop. It's just a law. It never lets up. It's a great end of the world post apocalyptic. Tom Hardy's great. Charlize Theron's great. Morton Joe, whoever played a Morton Joe. George Miller, he's hit 70s, man. Just put out a fucking masterpiece. It's a great end of the world. Like I said, any of the Mad Max movies you can put on. It was between this and Road Warrior.
Yeah, actually, the one thing I like about this is the one Mad Max movie where he's like the supporting actor, kind of.
Yeah.
Furiosa's fucking dope as shit.
Yeah.
She is just the shit. I love that character.
Yeah, she's awesome. They were supposed to make a movie with her, like at some point.
It's just them with George Miller in the studio, just battling back and forth.
Well, they all had like beef on the set, like Charlize Theron, Tom Hardy, and like George Miller. They were all like fighting on set because it was a very grueling shoot, and like they didn't know what, like they were shooting all this shit, and like what the fuck is this? What we were filming, and they finally saw it on screen, and were like, oh my god, he's a fucking genius. He made all that shit work. So it's a great end of the world post apocalyptic Mad Max Fury Road. That's my number deuce. The deuce.
All right.
Rick, number 2.
Number 2. This is the reason I will go to a fucking mall to survive anything as Dawn of the Dead. And I had to choose between the original and the remake, and I went with the remake just because those fucking zombies, those are the ones that scare the shit out of me.
They're kind of like, they're the fast zombies.
They're the fast zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, directed by...
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah. The great Zack Snyder, for some people out there fucking hating on their screenplay. James Gunn.
Yeah. Yep.
So once again,
kind of a great combination.
Yeah, just imagine what those two guys could have done together if they controlled the DC extended universe. Just both of them too, as a team. I think it would have been sick. But yeah, Sarah Polley. I love the fact that Sarah Polley's in it.
Yeah.
She was so like vanilla and milk and cookies when she was like a young actress in her teens, and now she's fucking in Go, and then she's in Dawn of the Dead. Ving Rhames, who's the fucking dad from Modern Family.
Oh yeah.
He's in
Phil,
it, and Phil, and he's a fucking prick in this. He's a total prick. You'd be like, dude, how are you supposed to like this guy? When I saw him on Modern Family, I wanted to hit this guy, but it just
he's charming as fuck.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's
Who's Doc Samson?
Who's Doc Samson?
Yeah,
he's in he's in the MCU.
But
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's your number 2.
That's my number 2.
Hey, guess what's my number 1? Dawn of the Dead remake. Yes, I totally agree with this flick. It's of course the original is awesome too, but this one kind of they deal with the apocalypse a little bit more differently. I like how they hold up and like they kind of make the mall their own, and that's kind of how they deal with it. Kind of pass the time while you're bored and in the apocalypse. But hey, no better place to be stuck in than the mall.
Nope, that's right.
Yeah, if they would have played it right, they probably should have just stayed at the mall. I think they fucked up leaving. they could have made a nice life there. But shit goes down. It's a great flick. The visuals are really great. The music's really great. The opening scene with the Johnny Cash song, it just made like, oh man, I remember buying the album the next day because I love that song so much, and the way the opening scene is just amazing.
The opening credits. You got watch the opening credits on YouTube if you can.
Yeah, the opening scene and the opening credits, it just fucking great. It just got me into it right away. I love this flick. It's a great end of the world, great zombie flick. Definitely up there with one of my favorite zombie flicks for sure. Yeah, you got the vast zombies. It's brutal. It's things don't always work out in the apocalypse. It's definitely not a happy movie towards the end, but it's a great movie. Great cast, great music.
Great music, yeah.
Yeah, great.
I love how they start off with the Johnny Cash song, but then at the end they fucking end off with Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. Yeah, I mean, it just fucking... And the way they shoot with, like, the editing to go with the music. It's not like a music video or anything, but it just really just, like, captures both things. It's just like, yeah, it's fucking... It's nuts.
Yeah, the end credits are almost like a sequel to they kind of... They almost make it like a sequel to the movie, so it's like you kind of see what happens to these guys. It's not pretty.
Not pretty.
Yeah, so one of my favorite end of the world, like, post-apocalyptic, well, it's not post-apocalyptic, end of the world movies. One of my favorite zombie flicks, Dawn of the Dead. So, yeah, that's my number one.
All right, so my number one is definitely one of my favorite movies. 12 Monkeys by Terry Gilliam, wonderfully acted by Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe, and Brad Pitt. David Morse is in it. Christopher Plummer again makes an appearance. And this has to do with time travel. You know, he was just talking about the Wally West thing. So your time travel's fresh in the brain right now.
Check out the State of Wally West.
Yeah, State of Wally West. Only on SF Comic Book Company.
Only true dorks will get what I'm talking about there.
Yeah, but it's it has to deal with an outbreak, and they keep sending Bruce Willis back in time from a future that's all fucked up. There's contagion up the ass with this fucking with this virus, and it's all due to the band of the 12 Monkeys, which is like this terrorist group that's gonna infect people. And at first they think it's one guy, but you know, is it him? Is it not? You don't know what's going on. If you pay attention to everything, you'll see where it's all going. A lot of misdirection in the movie, but Bruce Willis is great. He plays a guy who's going back and forth through time. And it shows how time travel will unravel you. You don't know what's real. He doesn't know what's real. He doesn't know what's fake. He meets people 20 years in the past, and then he meets people 13 years in the past. You know, like a 7-year difference. To them, he hasn't aged, but he sees them differently, and it's one of the best. I think it's one of the the best sci-fi movies out there. You know, Terry Gilliam is sick. He's done so many movies: Brazil, Time Bandits, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. He's fucking dope, man.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch this. I haven't watched this in a long time. Probably since it came out. What year did it come out?
96, I think.
I don't think I've watched
95.
Wow, I haven't watched that movie in like fucking 20, 25 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that, especially with nowadays. Yeah.
It's sick. I mean, just the opening scene is kind of cool because I think they're in Philadelphia and they're walking around, and he's walking around. It's the actual time that they're living in, and all the buildings they have, they have growth, nature, just trees, vines are growing all the way around it. Just it's covering the city. There are animals just like walking around, like the zoos were let out. All the animals are freed. So the zoo animals are, repopulating like the earth outside, and humanity is living underground and in caves now. So, and what's his name is great. Bruce Willis is good. Brad Pitt is fucking dope. He's got like a fucking eye that twists inwards. He's all fucking super crazy and fucking nuts. But it's fucking dope.
It was kind of like the first time like Brad Pitt kind of like
he stepped out of his comfort.
Yeah, he went about against like the pretty boy actor thing and started like doing like some weird shit. Like, like, oh, I'm gonna actually try acting now and not just be a pretty face.
Yeah, so, and he did good. He did good.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch this, man. Yeah, it's gonna be on my quarantine list right now. Great. Great. Some good picks, man. These are just our picks. And there's a few like movies we wanted to put on. Like I wanted to put on Armageddon. But the world doesn't actually end.
They save it.
They
Deep
save
Impact. They kill. Everybody dies. A lot of people. But it's a horrible movie.
It's an inferior.
It's the volcano to Dante's Peak.
Oh man, those movies suck too.
Wait, I like Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak was okay.
Yeah.
Volcano was.
Volcano sucked ass.
Yeah, it was not good. Yeah, so there's a bunch of shit we could put. We definitely could have put on a bunch of alien invasion movies like Independence Day and like shit like that. Could have
Battle for L.A.
Battle for L.A.
Skyline.
There's
tons.
There's so many more we probably could have put on, but this is just like this is what
At World's End.
So close. Like Planet Terror would have been a good one on
Planet
there.
Terror would have been great.
Zombieland. What else did I have like on my possible list? Demolition Man. Even though it's kind of post-apocalyptic because the world kind of sucks with everybody being all friendly and shit. Like you can't fuck, so that's a very that's a disturbing future.
Yeah. I would like you went Waterworld. Mine would have been The Postman.
Postman. Yeah.
The Postman's actually a pretty good. I think it's better than Waterworld because it's not as cheese. It's still super cheese because it's Costner. Costner is pure cheese, but I think it's a little bit better of a flick. So The Postman's gonna be like one of those.
Postman always wins twice, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a pretty good list. So yeah, just maybe some helps you guys with some viewing, watching flicks, and it might as well watch some end of the world flicks when the world's ending. So this is this is all in fun. We kind of have to laugh through this fucking thing, man. It's it sucks. Everybody's like pissed off and stuck at home, and everybody's trying to find ways to like connect with each other. So this is we're gonna try to like make some more content for you guys since we have all this time. So we're gonna just like try to release videos as much as we can and give you guys a little distraction from this weird fucking timeline we're in right now. So it's hope you guys had fun watching this. Rick, you got anything you want to share with the people stuck at home? Quarantine.
Yeah. Watch movies. Watch shows.
Watch movies, watch shows, and wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, don't touch
take showers. Take showers,
like
man.
the touching your face thing. I love touching my face, man. My face is.
After they said don't touch your face, I didn't realize how many times I do it.
I need mittens.
Yeah.
I'm like the kid from Dazed and Confused in that one scene. It was like just constantly touching his fucking face. It's a deep cut for you guys. But it's a weird time right now, but we gotta have fun as much as we can, and connect as much as you can. This Facebook and Instagram and FaceTimed and everybody. If you haven't talked to somebody in a while, like call them, like just say what's up and just
call me. Wait, what's Sammy Guevara? Yo, hit me up.
You have friends you haven't hit up in a long time. Just kind of get out there and kind of connect with people, man. Like stay connected with folks, man, because you could definitely go insane during this time, man. I already feel a little bit of that going on. But just reach out to folks and just keep clean and like try to be supportive of everyone and just stay connected as much as you can, man, because this is a weird time.
Strange days.
Strange days indeed. It's just like I said, look out for some more content. We're gonna shoot our probably our weekly show later on, and that'll probably be out tomorrow. Probably we're gonna put this one out today because I think this is very timely and appropriate. So,
and you guys need shit to do. Watch watch one of these movies.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
it's a good weekend.
Yeah, there you go. And go back and watch our top 10 horror flicks. I rewatched that recently. It's actually probably one of the best videos we've done. And watch the State of Wally West that just came out a couple days ago. It's even if you're not a Flash fan. It's kind of the me ranting on a love of a character. So watch that if you're bored and you have 50 minutes to kill. We went about 40, almost 50 minutes. I think this is a good video. Check this out. Hopefully, more shit coming out. And you guys stay safe and watch out for the 12 monkeys, man. And wash your ass.
Wash it.